Hello and welcome to the Patrick Henry Sports Radio Network. This is Dylan Hutton along with Ryan Cox, and we're sorry we've had some technical difficulties here, but we were able to get connected to the internet. And here at halftime, the John Battle Trojans lead the Patrick Henry Lady Rebels by a score of 23-13. And while we were trying to get everything connected, we were actually able to get the point totals for the Lady Rebels. We weren't able to get the score totals for the Trojans, but Ryan, you've got the score totals there for the Rebels because you name those off.
Sam McCauley has 2 points so far. Tyree Wilmoth also has 2. Emily Deskins has 2. Hannah Carver has 2. And Jade Miller leads with 3 points so far.
Yeah, Jade Miller hit a big 3 right there before half, and the Rebels actually were able to cut it down right there. John Battle was up by a pretty good bit, and they were able to cut it back down. Had the ball right there at the end, and Morgan Yarber launched up a 3, hit off the back of the rim. This game could be 23-16. Rebels still got a good shot here. They're being a little bit out of sync right now on offense, but hopefully they can get back in here in this second half and get really settled in, get better rebounding percentage. Yeah. Right now they're not getting very many boards.
Yeah, one of the keys for them to get back in this game right now is to win the rebound total in the second half and try to get points. And Jade Miller did a really good job the first half of distributing the ball through her players, and I think she'll have a very good second half. If we want to win this game, we'll have to get all of our really talented players in this right now.
Like, the thing about the Rebels is they've got to use their role players. We've not got the kind of special talent that we used to have in Casey Euchre that could play 2 or 3 different positions or just bring a ball up the point. We've got girls that can play their roles. Tyree Wilmoth's more of the defensive player. You got Sam McCauley who can bring it up the court, tough, aggressive defender. You've got a lot of that. And then you've got Jade Miller as a pure shooter. Morgan Yarber pounding down on the block right there, trying to get some rebounds and getting some tough points. So hopefully the Rebels will be able to stick to their roles. And Emily Deskins also a good shooter.
Hopefully Emily Deskins can get a few mid-range shots to really bring the score total up to hopefully we can win this game.
Yeah, we're getting ready to start here as we're getting ready to start the second half here. It looks like teams are getting lined up. On the floor for the Rebels is Kimmy Wild, Hannah Carver, Morgan Yarber, Lexi Hess, and Jade Miller. So a young set out there for the Rebels. Of course, the Rebels are a pretty young team.
They are. There's a lot of their players are either first year on varsity or players who haven't really seen a whole lot of playing time throughout the last couple of years. So
Chloe Harris passes into Rutherford, back out to Harris. Harris for 3, and it's good. It's going to be a 26-13 lead now for the John Battle Trojans with early here in the third period. That was a big shot right there by Harris. Morgan Yarber is going to dribble it up here to the top of the key. She's going to pass it out to Lexi Hess. Hess over in the corner dribbling back towards half court. Nobody's coming to the ball. She's going to get Yarber in the corner. Yarber drives the baseline, kicks it back out. It bounces off a John Battle defender. It's going to be a jump ball, and it looks like it's going to go to Patrick Henry, so they're going to get away with that one. Pretty sloppy start to the second half here for the Rebels, but at least they're going to keep possession here. So they're going to get the inbounds here right on the baseline in front of the Rebels bench. It looks like Kimmy Wild checked out as who checked in there? Was it Emily?
Looks like Emily Deskins.
Emily Deskins checked in there for the Rebels. Lexi Hess on the inside there, good. 26-15 now, so if the Rebels can get it up there on the boards, maybe they'll have a chance here to get back in this thing. They're going to get it out to number 23 on the post here. Number 12, Hatter, back out to number 23, Harris. Harris dribbles it out. Morgan Yarber with the steal. It's going to get picked up by Heather Carver. It's going to be in transition there.
Good point there by Jade Miller. Yeah, making it off on the
Jade Miller was able to get that in transition, so now it's a 26-17 John Battle lead with 6:43 to go here in the third period. Harris back out to number 12, Hatter. Hatter out to number 15, Balthus. Balthus out to Harris on the post. Rutherford inside pass to number 40, Sherry Jacobs. Going to be missed. The shot's going to be missed. It's going to be rebounded by Morgan Yarber, who's bringing it up the court for the Rebels. Jade Miller's going to get it off the key. She's going to take a shot right at the top of the key. 3, good for Patrick Henry. And then all of a sudden it's a 6-point game here, 26-20. Jade Miller hits the big 3 right there to cut it to 6. 6:12 remaining here in the third period. Rebels are playing pretty stingy defense here to open the quarter after giving up that opening 3. Battle's going to get it out here on the post to Chloe Harris. They're going to get inside to number 40, and she's going to lay it in there. Sherry Jacobs lays it in. Their inbounds is going to be to Emily Deskins here. It looks like John Battle's going to try to press the Rebels a little bit here. Morgan Yarber's going to throw it out to Jade Miller. Miller out to Emily Deskins, wide open for three, and it's good. We've got a 28-23 John Battle lead now as number 12, Hatterer, the sophomore from John Battle, brings it back up the court. It's basically trading shots right here with each other. Number 15, Balthus drives back out to Hatterer. Hatterer inside to number 40, Jacobs. Jacobs back out to number 23, Harris, who lays it in. So now we've got a 30-23 John Battle lead. They're really cranking up this pressure here on the Rebels. Morgan Yarber and the Rebels need to get it past half court here. She's going to be able to get it over the head of a John Battle defender. Jade Miller's going to have it knocked out of her hands, out of bounds, and it's going to be the Rebels' ball as they're going to inbounds it here on the baseline. So, Ryan, a lot of action happened right there.
There has been a lot of action and a lot of up and down, and there's been a lot of shots taken so far and a lot have fallen, but it's looking like a good second half so far.
Inbounds to Deskins. 3-point shot is no good. It's going to be rebounded by number 40, Jacobs, but she's going to throw it away, and it's going to stay Patrick Henry ball. So that's a costly turnover there. The shot by Emily Deskins didn't even hit the backboard, but John Battle was trying to catch the ball, and in an attempt to try to save it from going out of bounds after they tipped it, they ended up throwing it away. So the Patrick Henry Rebels gain a possession here on what was pretty much a lost possession there.
Yeah.
It's like
let's hope we can capitalize on this possession, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully they can capitalize. Morgan Yarber gets it up here in the top right corner of the key, passes out to Hess. It's going to be a timeout, Patrick Henry, a 30-second timeout. So we're going to see what Tommy Thomas has in mind here. You got to think he's going to have something special here to cut this lead. It's only a 7-point game now. And right there, things got off to a hot start there. Both teams trading shots up and down the court.
It did. Patrick Henry's done a really good job of rebounding in the second half, a lot better than they did in the first half. So that's one of the keys for them to get back into this game and do really well. So hopefully with this hot start on the offensive side and the rebounding, they'll pull out this win.
And the Rebels really did a good job of trading shots. They got good offense on that side. And down here they were able to get a couple stops. They can clean it up on offense. I think they can get back in this thing.
Hopefully
this is not the starting team for the Rebels.
No, it's not.
This is a young group. You've only got one senior out there in Jade Miller. Morgan Yarber set to inbounds it here from half court. She's going to pass it back past half court to Jade Miller. She brings it up past the PH logo and sets the offense here for the Rebels. She's going to put Hess in motion out here. Pass is mishandled by Hess, out of bounds. It's going to be John Battle ball. So that's definitely not what you want coming out of a timeout after you had a play perfected right there. We'll see what John Battle does here as number 12, Hatterer, brings it up court for the Trojans.
Hess came out of the game. It looks like Kimmy Wild came in. So
okay, had a substitution there. Number 15, Balthus, is going to throw it back out to number 23, Harris. Harris is going to throw a high pass out to Hatterer. Hatterer on the inside to number 40, Jacob. She's going to pass it back out to the top of the key. It's eventually going to end up in the hands of Harris. Harris back out to number 12, Hatterer, who puts up a jumper, and it's good. It's a 32-23 John Battle lead with 4:02 to go here in the third quarter. Battle's playing a little bit of man-to-man here as Emily Deskins brings it up the court. She's got a wide-open lane, lay in, no good. It's going to be rebounded off of a John Battle defender and out of bounds, so the Rebels are going to get another possession here. And it looks like there's going to be a substitution coming as Megan Fisher is going to check in for number 12, Sasha Hatterer. So Megan Fisher, the junior, is coming in for the sophomore, Sasha Hatterer, who'd played the whole third quarter up to this point. Jade Miller gets it on the corner here and misses it over to the basket. It's going to be caught in midair by Megan Fisher. They're going to drive it down. Rutherford for two, an easy two in transition there for John Battle. And now they're really cranking this press up. Turnover.
Bad pass
by Kimmy Wild. And that's going to be easy on the inside here for Rutherford as she gets fouled. So she's going to get a chance to shoot two here.
With some very bad passes right there. They need to start taking care of the ball a little better. They're making some very ill-advised passes so far. So
the Rebels were very careless right there the last couple of possessions with the ball. And you got to think a younger player like Kimmy Wild's not used to playing against such pressure here as far as a man-to-man, and then they do a little bit of a trap there, and she's not used to it. They're going to sub out here as it looks like Emily Deskins and Kimmy Wild come off the court, and Tyree Wilmoth and Samantha McCauley check in here for the Rebels. So now you're getting more of your base set here for Patrick Henry with Jade Miller, Samantha McCauley, Tyree Wilmoth, Morgan Yarber, and Hannah Carver. Morgan Yarber set to inbounds here. It's a 36-23 game. stolen pass here, turnover by Wilmoth. It's going to be a jump ball, so the Rebels, Wilmoth really made a smart play there to go after that ball while it was just out there. It's going to be John Battle ball here on the baseline. Still, John Battle gets it, but you get the possession arrow back to PH's side for the next time.
You do, and they're trying to PH's.
It's going to be Rutherford out here in the corner for three. It's going to hit off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Carver. Carver is trying to find somebody open. They're just down here near the basket right now, not even pushing the ball down the court. So the Rebels, Wilmoth does finally get it past half-court spin move. It's going to be stolen away by Rutherford. She saves it from going out of bounds, but McCauley's able to get it before it gets the save. And then Rutherford steals it from Wilmoth down here near the baseline on the other side of the court. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow, Patrick Henry. So the Rebels are going to get it down here on the baseline as they trail 36-23 with 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Inbounds to Wilmoth. Wilmoth's going to hold it over here in the corner. She's going to pass it inside to Carver. Carver with a spin, and it's a good shot on the inside right underneath the basket. It's 36-25, and that was just what the doctor ordered there for the Patrick Henry Rebels.
It was. They really needed that point.
Looks like Balda's going to bring it up the floor. Spin move right at the top of the lane. Number 23, Harris, wide open for three. Miss. Rebounded by Wilmoth. She's going to throw it out to Jade Miller, who's in transition. Rutherford gets in front of her. Spin move by Miller. Miller lays it in good. 36-27 with 2:27 to go here in the third period, and the Rebels are really getting it going on offense. Let's see if they can get another stop here. It's going to be number 30 here, Fisher, out on the corner. She's going to throw it back out to Harris. Harris drives, throws it back out to Fisher. Fisher for two, short. Caught in midair by Morgan Yarber. Yarber throws it to McCauley. Risky pass. McCauley gets fouled by number 15, Balthus. So that was a good play right there by Morgan just to get it out of her hands because she was getting trapped right there.
It was. Battle's really starting to turn the pressure up on defense right now, and they're making some really good plays and really stealing a couple of jump balls out there on these really bad passes from Patrick Henry. Doesn't really look like they know what to do when they get trapped in the corners.
Looks like Sherry Jacobs has come out as number 32, Courtney Kinder, has checked in here for the Trojans. Baseline inbounds here is out of bounds as Jade Miller stepped out trying to catch it. So another lost possession there for the Rebels, but they've got, as they trail 36-27, another girl checks in here for John Battle as number 15, Balthus, steps out. Now checking in is Sasha Hatter. So you got to expect Hatter will be running the point again. Inbounds from Rutherford goes to number 12, Hatterer. Backed out to Rutherford on top of the key. Spin move by Rutherford, and it's going to be a shot by Harris. No good. It's going to be rebound, or it's going to be knocked out of bounds down here near the baseline by Morgan Yarber. So the Trojans are going to get the ball again here. Jade Miller checks out as Emily Deskins comes in for Patrick Henry. So got to get some things going here if you're the Rebels. The inbounds right here to number 23, Harris. It's going to be a foul on the floor. Who are they going to call that on?
I believe it's...
I'm going to call that on number
McCauley,
12, Hatterer.
Sure. No, it's on Sam McCauley.
They're going to call it on McCauley.
It's on PH right now.
I saw McCauley on the floor.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure who they called it on. So McCauley's going to come out here. I guess she's in foul. She's got 4 fouls already, so that's why she's sitting so early. And Lexi Hess comes in for McCauley. So that really hurts the Rebels. They're having McCauley have 4 fouls already, and we've got 1:53 to go here in the third period because that's your main point guard there for the Rebels.
It is. And
Battle's going to hold it out here at the top of the key. Number 23, Harris, is going to drive it in, kick it back out to Hatterer. Hatterer back out to the top of the key, setting the offense. She throws it back to the corner to Fisher. Fisher back out to the top of the key to Hatterer. And now Harris is going to drive to the baseline, throw it back to Fisher. Fisher no good. It's going to eventually be rebounded by Hatter, who lays it back in for the basket. And whenever you're getting 2 or 3 chances back at the basket, you're not going to have too bad of a day on offense here if you're John Battle, because the Rebels aren't doing a good job boxing out, and John Battle's really owning the boards right there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a loose ball on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go to John Battle. So there's another turnover here for the Rebels.
They're not doing a very good job of trying to get the ball down the court right now. This trap's really giving them fits right now.
Yeah, there's not a lot of motion to the ball. We've got a 38-27 John Battle lead here with 1:06 to go here in the third period. Like we said, Samantha McCauley's in foul trouble. I think that's big for the Rebels. John Battle's going to get it inside here to Rutherford. Rutherford's going to kick it back out to number 32, Kinder, who's going to miss the shot, and it's going to be rebounded by Yarber, who gets fouled by
number 30,
Hatterer. Now checking in for John Battle is number 20, Kaylee Frank. She's going to come in for, who is that, number 24, Brooke Rutherford. Kimmy Wild also checks in for the Rebels. Looks like the Rebels are going to push it down court here. It's going to be caught over here in the corner by Emily Deskins. Pass to Wilmoth. Wilmoth drives, lay in, no good, too strong. Rebounded again by Carver. She's going to get the rebound, so get knocked out of her hands by a John Battle defender. Couldn't tell there was a lot of girls down there near the basket. Good inbounds play here for the Rebels as Tyree Wilmoth tosses it to Morgan Yarbrough, but she misses. There's going to be a loose ball on the floor. It's going to be recovered here by John Battle as number 23, Chloe Harris, drives it down the court. Kaylee Frank back to Harris. Harris inside to number 30. It's going to get tipped by Hannah Carver out of bounds on the Rebels, so it's going to be a John Battle ball here as they get set to check it in here on the baseline. Hatter is going to check it or toss it in here to Harris. Harris at the top of the key, defended by Emily Deskins. So we'll see what the Rebels do here. It's 10 seconds to go here until the end of the third period. John Battle's saving it for that last shot. Hatter drives it to the baseline. She's going to miss the layup. It's going to be rebounded by Tyree Wilmoth, and that's the end of the third period. Rebels got out of that one without trailing anymore, so that was good for Patrick Henry. And we're going to go into the fourth period with a 38-27 John Battle lead. And the Rebels have showed some promise there early, but it seems like they've sort of mellowed out here as we reach the end of the quarter.
Yeah, once the Trojans went into a more of a trap and or double team whenever the ball is inbounded, that's really, really helped them win this game so far, because Patrick Henry's not been doing a very good job of pressing the ball and pushing it down the court right now and causing a lot of turnovers.
That pressing defense is really hurting Patrick Henry right now, and to get that going for them, they need to get a lot of girls in motion here. There's a lot of girls going on down to the basket whenever they need to be worrying about getting past half court.
They're really not worrying about trying to get the ball down the court right now. They're not noticing that somebody's in trouble. And
well, this is where the Rebels are missing a true point guard in Sam McCauley, who has 4 fouls. So I'm not sure what to do right now. If you're Tommy, do you go ahead and risk it, or do you wait and put her in later? And you don't want to be too late to put her in because you don't want to turn the ball over anymore, because right now turnovers are the biggest problem here for the Lady Rebels.
They are. Their turnovers have killed us in this second half of play, and it's been a really big game changer so far. So it's going to be something we're really going to have to cut down on if we're wanting to stay in this game.
At least the Rebels get the ball here to start the fourth period as Morgan Yarbrough checks it in to Emily Deskins. Now, Emily Deskins plays a little bit of point guard, but most of the time she's playing mostly just a small forward or shooting guard. Jade Miller's going to get it out of here on the corner. She's going to kick it back out to Yarbrough. Yarbrough with a dribble down toward the baseline. She's going to go for a reverse layup. It's going to get blocked on the inside by number 40, Sherry Jacobs. It's going to be John Battle driving to the basket. It's going to be blocked by Jade Miller, but it's going to be a foul called on Jade Miller. So looks like John Battle is going to go to the free throw line here as they're up 38-27 to start the fourth period. 7:40 to go.
That was a really good play by Miller. I'm surprised they called the foul on that play, but could have gone either way.
And on the line here for John Battles, number 15, Brittany Balthus, a junior for the Trojans. She nails her first free throw. Now it's a 39-27 John Battle lead here. So the Rebels really got to get something going here from the outside. They were able to hit the 3-ball there earlier. Second free throw is no good. It's going to be rebounded by Morgan Yarbrough, who gets the ball knocked out of her hand by Hatterer. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Hatterer, so the Rebels are going to retain possession here. Yarbrough set to inbounds it here from the corner. Going to inbounds it to Emily Deskins, who's on the break here, driving toward the basket. She's going to lay it in. No good. No one's able to rebound it there for John Battle. It bounces off of a John Battle defender, so the Rebels are going to get it down here on the baseline, and we'll see what they have in store down here.
It'd be really good to get three right now, but we see points.
Yeah, any kind of points. Jade Miller checks it in here to Emily Deskins at the top of the key. They had Tyree Wilmoth cutting to the basket there, but didn't hit her. Now Morgan Yarbrough drives it down the baseline. She's going to pass it back out to Wilmoth. It's going to get picked off by number 15, Brittany Balthus. Balthus pulls up at the three-point line and throws it back out to Chloe Harris, who kicks it back out to Hatter to Harris. To Balthus on the corner for three, and it's no good off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Hannah Carver. It's going to be a foul on number 40, Sherry Jacobs, the senior for the Trojans, down underneath the basket, and that's really a foul you wouldn't want to see as a coach because she's all the way down the court from her goal. So now checking in for the Rebels is Samantha McCauley. She's coming in for Emily Deskins. And it looks like Kimmy Wild has came in for Morgan Yarber. So we'll see what the Rebels do here. Looks like John Battle's set to get the trap going. Baseball pass down court to Samantha McCauley. Wide open underneath the basket. Lay in, no good. It rimmed out. Rebounded by number 23, Chloe Harris. Harris, the senior, in the half, are pushing it down the court. And Rutherford lays in very easily down on the other end. So now it's a 41-27 John Battle lead. Rebels pushing it in transition here. It's going to go out of bounds off of John Battle as Jade Miller was unable to handle it. Looks like Brooke Rutherford got hit in the face there by the ball or the defender, another John Battle defender's hand right there. And looks like Patrick Henry called a full timeout. So we've got a 41-27 John Battle lead here with 6:45 to go in the fourth period. And Ryan, what are some things you've seen that have really changed the pace of this game other than just the fact that they're making good stops on defense as far as John Battle?
Well, I think the experience has really started to show for this John Battle team. They've cut in front of a lot of passes so far and had a lot of good plays on the defensive side of the ball. Have really helped them turn the momentum and really helped them win this game so far. And I think it's just a sheer experience and the way that they're playing defense, the way they're pressing the ball right now has really helped them get an advantage over Patrick Henry.
Yeah, I think the familiarity, too, with these two teams where Patrick Henry and John Battle have already met once this year at John Battle. John Battle came away with a 48-40 win, but it was competitive to the end. And the Rebels today, I think it's just foul trouble that's gotten to the Rebels.
It is, and I think the inexperience of the Rebel team has really started to show down the stretch with them not being able to really get past this press defense and really show that they're the better team out there right now. So
that and the fact that the Rebels have not done very well on offensive boards or the defensive boards for that matter. So
they started out the half doing really good doing really good rebounding, but since then they really have done not so well at it.
Yeah, we came out explosive on offense. Wild's going to pass it inside to Wilmoth on the inbound. She's going to get fouled as she tries to put up a shot. That's going to be a foul on Sherry Jacobs, and that's got to be at least her second foul because she had that one not very long ago. So it's going to be Tyree Wilmoth up to the line here. And if you're getting points for the Rebels right now, you definitely want to have them on the free throw line with no time coming off the clock.
Exactly. It's a good way to get points this late in the game with you needing to close a very, very big gap in points.
First free throw by Wilmoth off the front of the rim, no good. So still got a 41-27 lead here for John Battle. And as far as the Rebels, once they get back on defense, you got to remember there's no shot clock. So John Battle can choose to do whatever. It looks like they're going to try to push it here after the second free throw is missed as Hatter pushes it down, throws it to number 30, Fisher, who misses a shot there. A pretty deep two right there. Jade Miller with the rebound is going to pass it up to Tyree Wilmoth. Wilmoth back out to Miller. It's going to be intercepted by Sasha Hatter, who's in the transition here, and it's going to go off of number 15, Brittany Balthus. So that's a turnover there on John Battle in transition. So the Rebels got a break there. It looks like Kimmy Wild and Tyree Wilmoth have checked out as Morgan Yarber and Lexi Hess have checked in here for the Rebels. Morgan Yarber set to check it in here on the opposite baseline here for Patrick Henry. She's going to inbounds it to Lexi Hess. Hess to Jade Miller. Miller's going to act like she's going to pull up. She's going to pass it back out to McCauley. McCauley with the lay-in, and it's good. Good move right there by Sam McCauley, knowing that she had the open lane right there. Yarber with the steal on the other end there on the inbound. She's pivoting. She finally finds Sam McCauley, who comes to save her right there. She was almost got called there for a travel. Inbounds pass there. Well, try to get it inside there for the Rebels. And it's going to be picked off by number 30, Fisher. Fisher tries to take it in, misses the layup. McCauley throws it back out to Miller, and Fisher slaps the ball out of Miller's hands. That's going to draw a foul there on Miller. So the Rebels are going to get it again here on the baseline. So the Rebels are getting plenty of opportunities here. They're just not cashing in.
They are. The Battle's trying to – they're running a lot of up pace on offense, and I'm not really sure why they're really trying to press the ball with them having such a big lead right now.
Morgan Yarber's going to get it down here. She drives it. She's going to pass it back out to McCauley at the top of the key. McCauley's going to hold it out here. Got 5:40 to go. The Rebels trail 41-29. And it's not unreachable by any means. If they get on a roll here, we're going to get it back out here to Miller on the other side of the key. Miller inside to Carver. Easy lay-in by Hannah Carver, and it's a 10-point game here with 5:25 to go. The Rebels have made it interesting. Let's see if Battle can answer here. It's 41-31, 5:20 to go here in the fourth period. Looks like number 23, Harris, is going to get it. Back out to Brittany Balthus. Balthus inside to Hatter. Back out to Harris for three at the top of the key. No good off the back of the rim. It's going to be a jump ball, and that's going to go to John Battle, it looks like. There's been so many jump balls, I'm not really sure. It's been a physical game as far as that goes.
It's been a physical game. So it's
Hannah Carver's going to, well, actually, Patrick Henry's going to call a timeout here. So it's good. The Rebels are trailed by 10. Patrick Henry calls a full timeout here with 5:07 to go. So, Ryan, they've cut it to 10. How do you think they get back in this thing?
They're going to have John Battle to keep shooting these very low percentage shots right now. Battle's really pressing the tempo and on offense and taking a lot of shots that they really shouldn't be taking. If I was Battle, I would be holding the ball, making a lot of very good passes, and trying to take as much time as I can on each possession. That way, Patrick Henry, as hard as they've been right now, they don't have a whole lot of possessions. Because the more possessions Patrick Henry has, obviously, the more chances of points they're going to have. So they need to cut down on time of possession for Patrick Henry.
That was a good possession right there for Patrick Henry because you got Jade Miller wide open out there on the corner. She saw Carver come open. She passed it inside. She was wide open. She could have taken that three. She might have hit it. She might not have, but she took the sure points right there. Jade Miller's a good 3-point shooter.
And she is. And Patrick Henry needs to take a lot more 3-point shots right now, too. That's one way they can get in the game. So we'll see how it turns out, though.
All right, the Rebels are set here to inbounds it. McCauley to Miller. That's the way you break the press right there. Get girls going to the basket and cutting. Lexi Hess inside. She's fouled.
Good foul.
That's good for the Rebels. She gets in there and draws the foul. And I think that's going to be called on number 23, Chloe Harris. I'm almost sure. That's going to be 2 free throws here for Lexi Hess. Actually, number 32, Courtney Condor got the foul there. That's her first. So Lexi Hess is up to the line here for the Rebels. It's a 41-31 game with exactly 5 minutes to go to the end of this thing. So first free throw is good. Good form right there by Hess.
It's a good shot.
Let's see if she can cut this to an 8-point game.
Patrick Henry's done a really good job of breaking the press so far outside of these last 2 timeouts. So whatever Tommy said, it worked. They've done a good job of it.
Whatever Tommy said, it did work. Second free throw is no good. It's going to be rebounded by number 23, Harris. John Battle is going to drive it back down the court. Pass is going to get tipped by Harris after it goes by a John Battle player. So it's going to stay with John Battle. And Hannah Carver is set to check in here for the Rebels. She's going to come in for Morgan Yarber. So it's a 9-point game, 41-32, 4:53 to go in the fourth quarter.
Patrick Henry's used a lot of different sets and starting lineups right now. So far, they've moved a lot of people around tonight.
Hatter is going to throw it out to Frank. Frank to Balthus. Balthus is going to dribble it a couple of times. She's defended closely by Samantha McCauley. Rebels are playing a zone here. Looks like number 20, Frank's going to drive it in. She's going to throw it back out to Hatter. Hatter back out to Harris. Harris holds it up. She's going to drive it. She's going to be stopped. They're going to call a travel on Harris. And it looks like Tyree Wilma's set to check in here for the Rebels.
That was a good call there. And Patrick Henry's very lucky that she slipped up and ended up getting the travel call right there. So it's a good play by PH. So we can get some points out of his possession right now.
All right, Lexi Hess is set to check it in here. She's going to get it in to Jade Miller. Miller's going to hold it. That's the worst thing to do is pick it up after a dribble there if you're Patrick Henry whenever you're getting pressed. Miller's going to get it past half court. She's going to get it. She's going to pick it up there. She's getting trapped here in the corner. Throw it back out to McCauley. McCauley to wide open to the lane. Laying good.
Good shot.
We've got a 41-34 John Battle lead here as Hatter brings it back up the floor.
It was a very good possession by PH right there. Good ball movement.
Yeah, here we go as number 15, Balthus takes a three. No good. Physical play down below out there for Patrick Henry and John Battle. There's going to be a foul on the inside.
Oh, come on.
Looks like it's going to be on Hannah Carver, so that's going to be free throws here for John Battle. A lot of these free throws are going on. We need to reset our broadcast, we only get 30 free minutes, and we went over that limit. So we're going to please refresh your page. We're going to get back to you with this. We have to refresh it because we only get 30 free minutes of broadcasting. So just refresh your page. First free throw is good, 42-34.